Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Gridiron Big Rig V1 Grenadier, and this is everything that comes with it. We're going to be opening it up. This is a grenade launcher, and I have this Trench Viper that I'm going to try and put it on. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm pretty sure the pauldrons are going to have to come off, which I'm perfectly fine with, but I'm not sure how it's going to work with the plate carrier. Now, when I thought about it and I was looking at the name, I ordered these, and I ordered another one. You guys have probably already seen that video. I didn't bother looking at the name. I saw a grenade launcher. I saw a Grenadier. I'm downstairs in my area. I'm like, maybe I should have grabbed an Iron Grenadier and souped him up, but I'm not ready to soup them up. But I do have 3 Trench Vipers, so I said, hey, you know what? Let's see if we can customize one of these. If we have to walk back and go upstairs and grab an Iron Grenadier, then that's what we'll do. But I have a feeling it might look better on this guy. He's going to be technically out in the trenches. So anyway, let's get into this. I'm going to show you everything that it does come with. I'm going to show you how it all goes together, how it looks on him, and how well he can actually use it. So, but before I do, if you like this type of stuff, or you like when I give you gridiron stuff or any type of 3D printed stuff, please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Gridiron Studios review. Alright, so here we have it. It is out, and as you can see right in the back, I have the new machine gunner, the Viper machine gunner, my custom version. I can tell you that for the most part, all of this stuff is the exact same. So this rig, the ammo chute, that is all the same. This is going to be the same. The machete, the earpieces, the tripod, and the gun is very similar, but we're going to go over everything because maybe you didn't see this, or maybe you didn't care about that. You're like, this was the only one I was interested in. So quickly, we'll first off stop and take a look at the big machete. And again, you can see that it has a slight bend, a nice little curvature to it. Heated up, it is 3D printed. This is one of the problems, but it seems to be a more flexible plastic that they're using. So when you look here, you can see the nice blade right there. And then it looks like there is some sort of serration right down there. You get down, you can see the GS for Gridiron Studios. You can see the handle, and then you can see the little rivets right in there. And again, it does look really nice. Here is the backpack. Now we're going to take this off because for the most part, they can reuse this on different things. They don't always have to have an ammo chute inside of it, or an ammo canister, shall I say. So here's where the big machete is going to sit. You can see the air holes through it. It has nice detail, even right up there. As you kind of come around, you have 2 flashbang grenades, and then you have 2 pineapple grenades with nice detail in it, okay? You don't see a lot of lines on this. You can see the rivets where this is all being held. The GS for Gridiron Studios, and I'm not really sure what these pouches are or packs are right there. All right. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to actually show that on the last video. This is so you can actually store the actual gun on him when he's walking around. Completely forgot to do that. Probably have to go back and do that. All right. And as you look here, this is all going to be supposed to be like a hard metal or hard plastic. They can even carry it. And then we can take this here, and that just pops right in there. All right. So this can also go on the ground, and you can have the grenades shooting out of it. But looking at the detail here, it's got a nice crossbar there, probably to keep it from warping. This is where you're going to actually undo it, I think, to open this up. You got a nice handle and nice detail in there. It does not open up, and this is where we're going to drop in all of these, right? No. And then we have this piece here. All right, so this is going to be what's going to sling over it. These are the straps that are going to hold this on. All right, so we got nice padding here. Detail looks really good. You got some clips right there, some clasps, clips right there. All right, all the detail throughout there. And then on the back, you have some padding, so this thing is just bashing into them. And then you can see how this sits. And the reason why that is it sits up like that. All right. And the reason for that is, rather than trying to use a peg system like they were using, not all the classified have the holes drilled in deep enough, and some of them are in different spots in the back. A perfect example, and I mentioned it in the last video, is the Retro Televiper. It is a new buck, but they use the exact same backpack, and it sits too low. It not only looks stupid, but if you actually put on the gun, it sits in a spot that it's impeding with his arm and everything. So this is a way to get around it. You can use it on Marvel Legends that may not have pegs. You can use it on Valiverse. You'll be able to use it on Operation Monster Force and so on and so on. I think you get what I'm getting at. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this in here right now, and then we're going to have the tripod right here. Now this one is green, that one over there is black, so there are some subtle differences in the color. And when you look at the detail in it, it looks extremely nice. This here looks like it's supposed to fold up underneath, which it doesn't. Here, you're supposed to be able to pull this out. You got just some nice detail to it. And then you have two different pegs, right? So it can peg in if you want them carrying it. And then if you want to put it on the ground and obviously put the gun on it, you can do that like so. All right. As for our grenades, which have some nice paint on the tips right there, I think the gold really pops, and I think it really looks good on this. It's kind of the reason why I wanted it. They have it with bazooka, and I just can't break up my bazookas with the weapons they actually have. But looking at the detail, again, these do look really nice. You have the GS for Gridiron Studios, and that's going to plug into one side. This is going to plug into the your cartridge or canister, whatever this thing is called. All right. And then we also have this right here. So that pops right in there. All right, looks pretty nice. Here we have the headpiece. Now I can't really use it on this figure, so I'll show you how it works on that one. But it's got a camera right here. It's got an eyepiece. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to cover it. I think that's supposed to cover one eye, but this is supposed to be, I believe, a camera. You got your microphone right here. You got your headset, so obviously you can hear, but also probably not blow out your eardrums. On the top, nice detail, and it is very flexible and pliable. So if I grab this guy here, this is the same piece. You can see how it sits over his eye. You get the mic right up to him. It's over his ears, and then you've got the camera right there. So again, really nice. Obviously, it's not going to work well on this guy, but this will actually work with so many other figures that you may want to use. Hell, maybe you just want to throw on a bazooka figure. Who knows? All right, so here is our grenade launcher, and it does have a port for blast effects, although I don't have any blast effects big enough for it, so I'm not really sure what I could use. All right, so looking at this, it's very similar to this, but the detail on this is not as detailed, which I'm assuming that's how this is supposed to be. So if you look right here, you have your nice grip here. You got your trigger right there. And this is obviously so he can hold it as he's walking with it. And then he's going to hold up here so he can carry it the same way my machine gunner Viper is. But it also has butterfly grips here. So if you have it on the tripod, like so, you can fire this off. All right. Here's where you can clearly cock it back to load it. I guess it's on either side. This is where where they're going to load into it. And when we look at the barrel, I'm willing to bet that there's a steel rod going through this one. I pointed out in this one, there's a steel rod that goes completely through it. But maybe there's not. Maybe this is short enough that they didn't think they needed to. Because there's no air vent through it. No air hole. And I don't see where the rod would go. But you can see all the detail in it. On the bottom, you get your Gridiron Studio skull. All right. Now, the one thing I forgot to show off on that, well, you'll probably see it because I'll go back and do it, is this thing can peg onto the side also. So if you want him just walking with it, carrying around, you can. And then this here is going to plug in like so. And then what I didn't realize on that till I was doing it is these actually eject out this way. So this is actually going to go around the figure. And you're going to plug it in. You obviously want it plugged in the proper way. It's going to plug in like this. So it's going to go behind him. I guess technically you could put it in front of him, but that would cause probably be a little bit harder. Once we get it on him, we're going to see. So now what we're going to do is unarm this guy. And I got to see if I can even get this on him. I may have to go get another figure. Completely change my idea of what I was going to do. So we're going to have to take these pauldrons off him. We're just going to pop the hands off. We're just going to leave that knife off because I have a feeling it's going to be in my way for a bit. All right. Pop this hand off. I just don't see that thing going around these pauldrons. They're going to be in the way enough to begin with. If this even fits on this big old thing. So, just slide that on. And so you are able to get it on. This piece is going to be a little bit in the way, but again, as you can see there, you can use it. And again, if you're using it on like bazooka, heavy duty, you're not going to have this problem. This is something that I'm willing to make altercations or keep it like this because I wanted to adjust and make this figure to be my trench grenade, my trench grenadier, I guess is the best way to put it, right? So once we get that on there, we can take this and that's just going to slide right down and into place. We got that bad boy right there. And then as I was mentioning, the ammo has to kind of wrap around. You could probably find another way you can do it, but I will say we're going to take this off first. Let's see if we can get this on them. And then see what the best way to do this is. So depending on how you want to shoot this thing, let's slide that thing up onto it, just like so. Slide that right up on the back there. And now we're going to wrap this around. So the best thing to probably do is to heat this up and get it into position of where you want it to be. As you can see, I'm not doing it. But I think most of you have seen enough of my videos to know I like to kind of show you how easy or difficult something is going to be. So just like our Viper machine gunner right there, now we have our Trench Grenadier. And I don't see any Cobra insignias on this guy. Oh yeah, right up there. Yeah, right up there. I was going to say he would work maybe perfectly with the Iron Grenadiers. Or maybe you want to use an Iron Grenadier. But as you can see, this is how they're pretty much going to walk around. Now we can drop it down. We can put it on the tripod. One of the cool things about the tripod is, since this comes off, you can put this on the ground. And you don't really have to worry about it being stuck in the backpack. Again, you're probably going to want to heat it up. It's actually going to sit kind of far away, but you kind of get the gist of it. Everything might not be super easy, but again, you're already kind of customizing something yourself. And I just want to show you exactly how, how well or how bad these things actually work. So I think this is about to wrap it up, so let's just get to this. All right, so there you are. That is your Cobra Trench Grenadier. Again, this is the Big Rig V1 Grenadier from Gridiron Studios. Again, you can pick it up on the Gridiron Studios website. It's the only place you can really get their stuff. But again, I think it looks really cool. It's able to customize, and especially if you have a bunch of figures and you want to make them different. I know Woody 222, he does the same thing. He's huge into army building, but he likes to make his figures a little bit different. I don't want everyone to be the exact same. Too much. You want some uniformity, but I like to see something different. And again, this is more kit bashing than customizing, but nothing has to be changed. You don't have to alter anything. You don't have to cut anything off. You don't have to hot and pop and swap anything off. And again, you can see I made him left-handed. I thought maybe it would be a little bit easier, and it'll be obviously the opposite of what my machine gun Viper is going to be. But anyway, there you go. If you're interested in it, check them out. Gridiron Studios. It's not that hard, but I will leave a link to their website in the description, so you can head on over there, buy whatever you want. If you want to buy something, you don't have to. It's your money. You do what you want with it. But if you want to just kind of enhance some of your figures, it's something you can do. Really easy, a little expensive, but hey, you're already customizing. You're already in an expensive hobby, so what can you say to that? So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Gridiron Studios review. Now, don't go anywhere. What you're probably saying is, hey, I saw that Viper. Did you do a review on that? Well, you're in luck. I did. That's right up here, and here will be another playlist of stuff you're really going to like that has to do with this type of action figure. Take care.